What's up, Keep Pounding Nation? We're back today with another video. Keep pounding. So, I'm going to give you guys an update on what's going to happen in the next few weeks and why you haven't seen any videos. I have 5 videos planned for right now that I'm going to be recording pretty soon for the channel. And those are, firstly, the 2020 schedule. Secondly, the draft as far as positional needs. Thirdly, the RPO, run pass option. Fourthly, the head coaching update. And finally, what I think our plan should be going into the off season for 2020 and beyond. Now, that in mind, I was just informed about an hour ago that Wade Phillips is going to be becoming available in the coaching carousel. So that means we should definitely grab him as a defensive coordinator. I highly, highly, highly recommend that. He was the only defensive coordinator to figure out our one weakness during the Super Bowl. And I think if we don't hire him, it could come back to bite us in a major way in the next 3 to 5 years. So we need to get on that right now. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Hire him now. That in mind, I just wanted to say that in this video so that we don't waste time and we jump on that right now. The rest of the updates will come in the update coaching carousel video coming later on. I'm not going to speculate on what I think is going to happen, but I will say this. I knew that Dave Gettleman was going to want Ron Rivera up in Giants country, man. I knew that was going to happen. I saw it coming from a mile away, and so did many other Gettleman supporters. If you didn't, well, there you go. There's your surprise newsflash right there, because everybody that knows Gettleman knew that was going to happen. Also, Ron Rivera wants to work with Cam Newton. That goes along with my trade idea. You know, we offer that trade idea to the Redskins first. Cam and 2 linemen. I am now suggesting Darrell Williams and Matt Paradis in that trade. Maybe even throw in Matt Van Rotten as well. He's been really, really bad this year. And, for the times that he's been good, he's been really good. But when he's been bad, he's been... Well, I won't even go into that. But you guys know how I feel about this offensive line. I've been debating with people for, 7 years about this. And people don't seem to understand how much trouble we are really in with this offensive line. So, yes, I believe that trade would set up a potential Trevor Lawrence draft pick in 2021 once we tank out 2020, which I'm assuming is going to happen anyway. We're in rebuilding mode. I'm not surprised. That in mind, I do believe that we should experiment with the RPO, run pass option, style of offense, and I'll explain that in a different video that I'm recording. And I'll have a whole video just on that, because it takes an entire video just to cover that subject alone. So, that in mind, the reason you haven't seen any new videos lately is because I've been very, very busy here in 2020. I've gotten a lot of side projects done, and a lot of stuff that I needed to get done, finished. You'll see some new thumbnail pictures for the older videos, as well as this one. once I get around to it. You'll see maybe some comments left underneath some of these videos. Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff though. But oh, and I should make a sixth video on playoff predictions. I'll go ahead and throw those playoff predictions out there right now. As of right now, we've got 8 teams in the running. What I saw so far has been impressive. I did know about the trick that the Titans pulled that accelerated the clock, against the Pats. And, you know, you know what happened. You know what happened. If you've been watching football at all, you know what happened. I don't need to explain that to you. How revolutionary that trick is. And Belichick came up with it first. Let's be clear about that. Belichick came up with it first. So, I think I can speak for everybody when I say that makes the Titans very, very dangerous going into this playoff matchup against the Ravens and against whoever comes out on the other side between the Chiefs and I don't even remember who they're playing. But point is, Titans have the advantage right now because of that accelerated clock play. There is a way to beat that. However, I'm not going to state it publicly. I want to see how things play out. I want to watch this play out. I want to see what teams figure it out in the playoffs, if any. Because that is a powerful tool. It's shady, but you got to do some shady stuff to win in Boston. I'm not even going to deny that, man. Like, I was happy to see it happen. as a Patriots hater, and I'll come out and publicly say that, as a public Patriots hater, it made me overjoyed to see Belichick get redder than a tomato. Payback is a fill in the blank. But that's what happens, man. You don't do that to teams, man. You don't do that. Karma can be a fun thing sometimes. Especially when he used to work on your staff. So, that in mind, don't pull tricks like that. They can and will be used against you. Belichick, I've warned you about that, man. I warned you about that. Oh. Lordy, lordy. Look who's going to be sitting on the couch this offseason. And it's not the teams you expected either. Dallas is out as well. Yeah. As of right now, I feel like it's going to be the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. I don't want to say who's going to win the Titans and Ravens game just yet because of the fact that I want to see how the Ravens attack that issue of the clock wasting, which is completely legal, by the way. If you look it up in the rules, it's completely legal. So I'm not going to say what my prediction is there. It's too early to tell. It's a 50-50 battle right there. I think the Titans have enough weapons to keep things interesting. But the Ravens are loaded. So it's going to be a matter of how does that trick play out, and watch for that to happen about the 4 minute mark. Um, in actually correction 6 minute mark, fourth quarter. That's when they're going to pull that trick. Now, the question is, how is that going to affect the Ravens? Check the scoreboard. If the Ravens are up by more than 14, it may not affect them. But if they aren't, that's when it's really going to get interesting. And I want to see how Baltimore attacks that. Because you can guarantee the Pats are going to be busy in the offseason requesting that rule not to be in anymore or a change to it. You can definitely expect that. Because I have never seen Belichick that hot-headed in 2 minutes of football. And it was beautiful to watch, by the way. Um, so, on the NFC side, I think Seattle is going to be your NFC champion. I think they're going to finally overtake the Niners. You know, the Niners have held the edge all year, but I think Seattle's getting a bit tired of that, and they've got enough weapons to change the status quo over there in San Francisco. So we'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, the Niners are loaded. I'll give you that. They are loaded. And here's another tidbit I can give you on the playoffs. I was watching the Packers O-line specifically during that game. And I can tell you if they keep one certain player on that offensive line, they're going to keep getting to him. They're going to keep getting to him, and they're going to keep getting into him, and they keep getting into the backfield. Because, I mean, that offensive lineman looked like Rimmers out there in that particular game. And if you were watching that game, you probably saw it too. If you've been paying close enough attention when the Packers were on offense. That was a very, very interesting situation there. Now, I don't know what's going to happen after this, but Green Bay has a terrible playoff record. You know, they have a terrible playoff record as of the last 10 years. And, you know, for anybody saying and bashing me for that comment, listen to the rest of that sentence. I wasn't done talking. In the last 10 years, they've had a bad playoff record. Yeah, they might have had so many Super Bowl rings and whatnot in the past. I'm talking about the last 10 years. It's not been pretty for the Packers. That's why I'm still leaning towards Seattle, NFC wise. They've got enough talent and backbone to properly represent the NFC. Now, is it going to be enough to battle the AFC? That's the magical question. I don't think so. I think the Ravens are way more loaded. The Titans have weapons and the ability to stop, run the clock. And the Texans have Watson. So, you know, this could get really, really interesting. And the Chiefs also have Patrick Mahomes. So, all that being considered, this is going to be an action-packed playoffs. So, I highly encourage people, check it out, you know. Scope these teams out. Make your own predictions, you know. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the comments below. I'm very interested to see what people think. Um, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate comments from Patriots fans, and I don't care. You know, I really don't care. You know, they got what they deserved. You cheat, you get karma. Period. You cheat, you get karma. It's going to come back around on you eventually. And we'll see what happens with Brady. Jury's still out there. But you guys know my trade idea with Cam, so I'll let you guys talk it out in the comments below. Let me know what you think, what your opinions are, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep pounding. Peace, guys.